Who?
Take one guess.
P. McBee.
Austin Turner.
No. Corey?
Yeah, it was me.
Cool.
Kevin Jones.
Silas Schultz.
Let's go, Cy Guy.
And he shot 16 under, which was 10 shots back from Isaac.
He was top 10 though.
14.
Top 4, huh?
Top 14 though.
Top 14 though.
Yeah.
Not the worst.
What if like how mad would you be if you like ripped that on Instagram? I was like, got a top 14 this weekend, Champions Cup.
Dude, I mean, he missed 5
Legitimately,
fairways.
I would do that on any place that I got. I got a top 53, guys.
Super sick to be in the top 37 this week.
Yeah, apparently he like sprained his hand
Groin.
and couldn't grip the disc right before he went to Champions Cup and was like just like icing it and taking a bunch of ibuprofen before his rounds.
Likely story.
And I would say,
Facts.
honestly, facts. I would say that would have more of an effect on putting than it would on throwing, in my head.
I think it had more effect on his head because
It also would have more. Why do my AirPods keep disconnecting? I am going to. Well, nothing.
Scotty boy, Taylor, you're so
Taylor's
bright
so
and
bright and
fresh.
fresh.
What happened?
You just
You
look
just
clean
look,
right now.
you're bright right now.
Yeah.
I hadn't shaved in 3 days. Anybody down?
AirPods keep disconnecting.
Apple stuff, man.
Over that. That's good.
Bang.
Who was
Corey,
it
I don't
that
know why.
said-
I just want to press the button on your stream so bad. It just looks at me the whole time.
Just do it.
Let's go. I talked him into it.
I don't even
That was-
care.
that
I'm
was
not. It's
so
not.
easy.
I'm not gonna know if anybody's talking to me.
It's just
don't
going to be
have
me harassing you in your chat the whole time.
Watch now Ursa Disc Golf.
So I
You
did
went live.
I did something over the last, I don't know, 8 hours. And who was it that said Paul McBeth hasn't been putting well this year?
Me with the caveat of when it matters.
Okay. He's been in the top 3 for Circle 2. I'm sorry, no. He's been in the top 3 for. Hold on. Matt is so loud on my freaking ear. I'm just gonna mute him for a second.
Got him.
Paul McBeth is in the top 3 for game putting for all the tournaments but 2 tournaments.
Statistically, Paul is like the second best player on tour right now.
Is he really by points?
Like stats. I don't know by points. Scott, should I fix it? You guys ready? Bang. Bang. There you go. I'm back in my
Is this
habitat.
the same discussion as Matty O last year when who was in that?
Man,
It was
if Ricky just had a decent putting week, he would have been okay this week.
someone
He
was
was best tee to green this week.
someone was in a episode of Debate Night with me, and afterwards we all just sat there, and I think it was one of you guys.
I hate how you have to scroll down to the bottom of the PDGA to move the stats around.
We were like, "Why does Matty O suck?" And we just kept looking up all of his percentages, and they just
Oh
all
yeah, I was
kept
in that.
they all kept being amazing. We were like, "How
Oh,
is
I
this
forgot to
possible?"
unmute Matt.
I
Sorry.
swear, Mattio's the Chris
Know your
Dickerson
skills, Tyler.
effect. Like
There we go.
Mattio's just like a very consistent 1040 guy, but you have to average like 1060 to win.
Give me one more second, because I'm being dumb.
Yo, let's just send this thing. Taylor, do you have a game?
Give me a second.
I do, and it's in my very unbiased opinion, a good one.
Unbiased opinion, got it. Hi.
Corey
Corey's
lemonade, lemonade.
Oh.
I got a starry.
Not chalky milk.
Not now.
Rick, dude.
Have any guys ever heard the golf drink called a water hazard?
I saw a TikTok
I've
about
heard
it.
of it. I don't remember what it is.
Was it the girl who was like the pop
Yeah,
girl?
yeah.
I just saw that over the weekend.
It looks so
and
good.
I tried it. Very good. Not
Banging.
gonna lie.
So
But
I'm going.
I left a little
right.
bit more room for like a Sprite, and that made it really good.
Yeah, I have exciting news for the two of you. One of my friends is randomly flying in this weekend, and we're going to the $100 Robert Trent Jones golf course this weekend on Saturday. And I'm very excited.
Yes, I'm playing tomorrow.
Say the name of that place again.
It's Robert Trent Jones. It's like a series of courses in Alabama.
Yeah.
I think it's Highland Oaks is the one here.
Oh wow, I've definitely heard of that one.
It ranked at like the top like 50 value golf courses by golf.com. Apparently they plaster that all over the website. they make you aware. It was named by Golf Digest Places to Play. It's one of the nation's great value courses.
Wow.
Dude, I was stinking at Lee. Well, actually, it's crazy. I must be a lot better than I think. Because I
If
shot
you're hitting
my
a 7-iron, 220
400 yards.
Oh, 210. I shot a 46, which is like my normal.
Use this putting wedge, 400 yards.
Putting wedge.
All right, Matt's going back on mute.
Got him. Got him.
I shot a 46, which is normal for me. 45 to 47 is like my average. But I lost like 4 or 5 golf balls and still shot that, which means if I could put it out in the fairway, the rest of my game was doing phenomenally. So
Here's the thing that grinds my gourd is I've played golf again 3 times now since I started playing in this year, and I've gotten consistently worse every time. That's what hurts
normal.
the most, as you ask any Rascal Flats fan.
What part of your game is the worst at the moment?
See, so in the beginning when I first played again, like drives and long irons were money. They were there. But once I got within 100 yards of the green, it was another 8 shots instantly because I was just dookie. Now it's kind of the opposite. Like I just literally cannot hit the ball where I want to hit it to save my life. But my short game's much better. So
that's golf, you know.
sounds
Taylor,
a lot
did
like
you
my
say
disc
you
golf
are?
game, honestly. I tried. It said you are. It says waiting for something. I got a ping in the Discord. I think you may have had to set up the broadcast first.
Oh, it's.
I think that was my fault.
I'm set up now.
It should be good.
Dude,
Governor.
This is
Yeah, the feed
most-
should be going.
Thank you, Taylor, for sending that thing to me.
I
All you
refreshed.
Anytime.
for this episode.
Listen to this. This is really fascinating. So far this season, when Anthony Barella and Ricky play against each other, first off, who do you think has, out of 9 times they played against each other, what do you think the record is?
5-4. 2 AB.
Anyone else
Wait,
want
say
to take a
that
guess or no? All right, so Anthony Barella and Ricky Wysocki. What do you think? We'll just say Anthony Barella's record is against Ricky over 9 tournaments.
Probably Ricky probably has him 6-3
Okay.
or something stupid like that.
Matt,
But
Matt,
he
you
ends
wanna-
up winning.
Matt, want to take a guess?
Yeah, I think I might agree with Corey.
Okay, so I want to say this one first. Ricky is in the top 10. Will round up to 78% of the time. Pretty much, it's been 8 out of the 9 tournaments. I think is what it could. No, that can't be right.
Yeah, you're
No.
doing that. You're doing
So
that wrong.
7 out of 9 tournaments, I think is what it is. He's been in the top 10, right? Which is better than Anthony Barella. But Anthony Barella's record against Ricky is 7-2.
That's wild.
Very interesting. AB's got 4 second places, so that's kind of what does it for him.
Yeah.
Ricky's got 1/3 and 1 win and 1/3. I guess they're counting the the Arizona one as a win. So
Oh,
Say
the
it.
Shelly Sharp.
is that what it was?
I think it was the Shelly Sharp Memorial.
Yeah. Yep. It was the Shelly Sharp.
Shelton.
If you scroll down, they show you the matchups placing. I
Get the
never knew
Shelly
that.
Sharp.
Shelton.
That's an hour from my house.
No,
isn't
it's
it?
not. You
No, it's
dingus.
not. What do you live in Arizona,
I-
buddy?
What am I thinking of then?
Hey,
Yeah,
you know
are
when-
you seeing a resurgence of Battlefront
yeah.
2
I am
being
not.
played?
bro,
I kind of. I
forget-
want to be there. I love that game.
My homie just sent me a
play
trick shot.
BattleBots over that. Just I'm all
My
I'm
homie just
saying.
sent me a trick shot of him
BattleBit
knocking-
remastered, bro. That game's so
Battle
sick.
Yeah,
Bit.
that's what you want.
Yeah, not BattleBots. What am I thinking? Freaking the little RC
Oh, I'm-
BattleBot.
That was a good show. Good show back in the day.
I'm
Mhm.
thinking of Ella Sharp,
Oh.
which is a tournament that they play in Jackson, Michigan. Yeah, I'm not live.
I tried to restart the thing, man.
Hey Scott, how you feeling after today's
Try restarting it
cup
now.
final?
Okay. It's off. It's back on.
Says I have excellent connection. Wait, Stanley Cup Finals just happened?
No, sorry, cup final as in he knows. Manchester United versus Tottenham in the Europa League final was today. And Tottenham never wins trophies. And there's like all these different tournaments soccer teams playing in Europe. And yeah, United gave Tottenham like their first trophy in like forever.
Oh.
I can't even remember the last time Tottenham actually won a trophy. First in 24 years. Yeah, it's crazy.
Wait, what did I do last time to fix it? Did I just repaste in your stream key?
Oh, do you want to try more?
Yeah. The last
Corey
one.
Taylor.
Last one. Corey just
Corey
does
put
not care,
this
man.
much effort into maybe going live, and Taylor is just—he's a little
I want
tired.
it.
After this amount, Corey's like, I don't give up. Taylor
I'm
still wants
done.
to commit to the live.
I got one more in me.
Okay. I am currently...
Down in my DMs.
Well, I was asking if I was live.
This is crazy. So Niklas has 2
I don't
wins,
see it.
but
Where'd you send it?
but AB is 4-2 against Niklas.
And you're live? Wait, AB...
What do you mean? How's that crazy?
AB is 4-2 against Niklas, and Niklas
Niklas
has
has
And the two
Yeah.
were two Lexus's
two
wins.
times.
Yeah, what's
the
a-
2 times he beat AB were wins.
Yeah, he either locks in or he's dookie. What's the question?
That's kind of the average for most people nowadays.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, I don't.
Well, I'm trying.
There is no middle ground anymore.
I really would like to know Paul Macbeth versus AB. Wow, that's fascinating. AB or not AB? Paul Macbeth has 5 more total strokes over 7 tournaments, but AB's got him 4-2-1.
Do you guys like
Tyler-
statistics? Because this is
Love
Tyler
most
pops
boring-
out.
these are the
Tyler
most
pops out
boring
the
numbers I've
zestiest
ever
thing
heard.
ever. He goes,
I like to see patterns and seeing. Obviously, this gives us a perspective of how players are playing, throughout the year. So
Tyler's hitting
that's why I want to know.
In
like-
Corey,
temperatures
I don't-
above 60 degrees and humidity below 70%,
That's
AB
not.
Oh.
actually bears out over Paul Macbeth.
What if you guys know this as literally my job? So
Yeah, I love statistics.
I mean, yeah, technically it's my job too, but
It's not your job. Matt's like, oh yeah, that's my job. Oh yeah, that's my job. Oh yeah,
dude,
get out of here.
it is. I've got a diverse job, bro.
Okay, who's had a better season, Calvin or AB?
I mean, AB.
gotta be Antonio Burlington.
Calvin.
Calvin's washed, bro. I don't know what you guys know. Calvin's just washed.
Well, in the 6 tournaments they've played against each other, they're breaking even 3-3.
Yeah, but AB won and Calvin did not.
Yeah, I know.
It's diverse, not winners.
It is all about diversity these days.
Let's review Calvin's placement at those tournaments and AB's placement at those tournaments.
Who won
All
most
right.
recently?
AB.
AB.
It's actually a tie. That was a trick
Calvin,
question.
And Calvin. Yep. You almost got me. But when they played in the same tournament, it's 3-3. And AB has 10 less strokes than Calvin. But Calvin has way more top 10s. So,
Wait, I went live?
Is Corey actually live?
I don't know. That's what it
Scott, I would love to see a really good Pacers Knicks series. I'm really sad because I want to be watching it right now, but I gotta be on with these goons.
What's
He
up,
is not
guys?
live,
Welcome
by
to
the way.
episode 70 of Unfinished Business. We always wrap the show up with a game. I got a nice game for us tonight.
Taylor's so quick on the jokes. I love it. Taylor, you're one of the more low-key, wittiest people I've ever known. You're so
Low-key.
quick.
Low-key, freaky,
Freaky dude. I was on a rabbit trail, or not rabbit trail.
Rabbit trail.
A rabbit.
Hey, rabbits.
hole,
Small trail. there.
Rabbits have trails.
Digging into the
Pretty faint trail.
Rabbits
After
make
you
trails.
After you sent that, I read that whole thing, and then I started doing about another hour's worth of research.
Just
And
looking
then I was
into
like, and then I looked down on like my email, and I was like, 5 new emails. So I was like, oh boy.
Whoops.
Yeah, I didn't get any phone calls, but I was getting a ton of emails about decisions that need to be made. So I was like, oh, great. Who else do we want to put up against AB? You guys have any other interest? What about Matty O?
Gee, I wonder.
Well, like, who's having a sneaky good year? Ezra Robinson. Forgot about him.
Nicholas Antala for sure.
Is Ezra Robinson having a sneaky good year though?
I don't know. That's what
I feel
I'm
like
saying.
he won. He won and he stunk.
Off
The
top 10
duality of
speaking?
man. The duality of man is sometimes you're a winner and sometimes you're a stinker.
Well, I
Maybe
will
have
say
to do
it's
this.
AB and Ezra having pretty close seasons. AB is 4-3. They both have a win, and they're both in the top 10 57% of the time. So we'll say Ezra's worst finish is 39th, and AB is 20th. So you give the edge to AB for sure. I think we got to do Paul versus Ricky. I got to do
Tyler.
that right now.
I'm not gonna lie. If you were to say this to me in person, you'd probably get punched in the face.
Say what?
Just any of this information.
How does this not interest you at all about how guys are playing against each other?
Because I don't care. It's
What-
that easy.
What do you care about the
Ezra's
most?
30. Ezra's top is 39th, and AB is 20th.
It puts into
Fist.
perspective about
Fist
how
to the
guys are
frickin'
actually
face,
doing.
dude. It doesn't. Okay.
It does. I mean, do you know what everyone's doing? You know how everyone's doing. I mean, people slip through the cracks. I mean, who got second and third place week 1? Can't even name them.
No, because I don't care.
Anthony Barella.
AB and
Gannon.
Forgot third. Sneaky boy, sneaky guy.
I don't know.
That
How,
one
I mean,
actually was-
how dare you think that someone on a podcast about disc golf focused on the professional game would care about the professional game of disc golf, Tyler? That is ridiculous.
My bad.
Listen, I did not
I
join
effed
this
up.
to be
I
about the
effed up.
professional game of disc golf. Okay.
no, I think there's levels to it. I think Tyler's on the deep
That's
end.
why I
you
was.
know?
That's why I was only on debate night once or twice. I don't even remember.
Guys, Corey's just cranky because he can't go live.
Yeah. And Taylor
I'm
keeps
cranky
pressuring
because
him to
it's
go live.
raining for the past 3 days.
Yeah. Well,
All right, and guys, hey
What
guys,
happened?
we can all wait. He's live. We can all agree
All right.
that that the pro disc golf scene is probably not going to be the thing that grows our sports a ton. We can all agree that Mike is wrong.
hey, Mike, do you want to know Gannon's record versus AB?
Jesus. I just don't like. Okay, maybe I just don't pay attention to statistics that much, but those numbers don't do anything for me.
Yeah, to be clear, I also am on the same page as Corey. I want to know who
Like
won and
I
lost,
don't,
but, like,
I don't care how many times AB beat out Gannon or Gannon beat out AB. Like that's just not a number that I'm like, oh my god.
I mean, like, what
I'm
part of
hyped
that?
about disc golf now. I'd rather watch freaking 10 reels of
Hey.
Joseph acing
Hey, and you guys already know that
5-3 Gannon over AB, Mike.
you guys know that AB and Gannon definitely have a rivalry. By the way, they for sure have one. They 100% have one. Gannon didn't say you have to not like each other to have a rivalry in a live stream. He definitely didn't say that.
I think there needs to be more animation in disc golf. They got to do something to spice it up.
Are we talking like Moana style or like the early Mickey Mouse?
That's what I'm asking. Moana style or what?
How is Moana spicier?
I just mean the style of animation.
Oh.
Sorry, I just got back on the regular chat. What do you mean I don't want disc golf to grow?
Uh-oh.
I think Mike is bringing the argument in. I think Mike is rolling back to the argument that the Pro Tour is how disc golf is going to grow the most. I think he's sneaking back to that argument.
Okay, so if you watch DGN, is it just littered with people like Tyler saying there's a 25% chance that he makes it into the fairway and he's winning by 3 points towards AB's 6? No, that's just boring. I'd rather see the disc fly.
I wish they would flash up some stats about their weekend.
I know you would.
Maybe they do at the beginning.
I need more stats, bro. More stats at all times.
Do you want people to analyze a shot?
No, but I'm saying like they flash up stats at the beginning of the round. They say here's his fairway hits, here's his circle 1, here's his circle 2s.
Yeah, but I'm just throw it up like situationally, dude. I've been talking all day. I can't even talk. Just throw it up situationally, like if they're off the fairway and throw up their scramble rating for the week or something like that, or for the season or whatever the case may be.
Retweet.
Why is that so obvious?
I'm not saying stats has to be everything. I'm just saying that appeals to me. I guess it doesn't appeal to others, which is totally fine.
Did I just fix this problem?
Those stats are different than what you're talking about, though.
So the reason why I'm going head to head is because I'm just thinking, okay, who's had a good season, and actually have they really been having a good season or not? That's all I'm doing is throwing players against each other, and I'm just shouting stuff out as I see it. I'll be quiet about that.
I'm just saying those numbers don't appeal. I don't know.
I know what you mean by saying those numbers don't appeal to you. If you don't care about what people do against one another at a tournament, that's fine. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
I want to know how.
What?
Go ahead. I'm off topic. Go ahead.
Well, you didn't say per tournament. You said his best place is 35th and AB's is 20th. Oh, cool.
Because I was saying that their records were even. So if you had to say okay, well, who's actually if you have to break the tiebreaker, that would be the way I break it. That's all I was saying. With that, I just want to see how people are doing against one another across here. Like, for instance, how bad has Isaac been playing against Gannon Burr? Isaac won a major, Gannon's won 2 tournaments. Where does that match up for maybe player of the year? Well, Isaac's only beat Gannon 1 out of the last 8 times, which is the major. That's it. And honestly, it's not even close. So, anyways, that stuff fascinates me. That's all I'm saying.
But does that actually?
Here we go.
Does that actually have anything to do with player of the year?
Yes.
Matchups?
Yes.
I mean, I'm just saying, as it gets dwindled down, as you're getting into a couple guys, I think it matters to see how they've done against one another. So if you got a collection, all right, we have 100 people. We get it down to 5 people. Let's see how they've done against one another. And so that's all I'm doing is seeing who slipped through the cracks. For me, I'd say Isaac's had a good year. He just switched manufacturers and he's won a major. He's having a good year. But then you match it up against Gannon, who is won twice, but in all honesty, I would say so far he's having a worse year than last year and the year before, Well, he's beat Isaac 7 out of the last 8 times he's played against him. Like, that's fascinating to me to bring up.
Now, I will agree with you there, but I think it's just because we have a crappy, like, the way we are comparing Ganon and Isaac is so crappy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're just comparing them as totally different players. Saying, like, oh, Isaac's kind of had a good year this year so far, and Ganon's kind of had a crap year this year so far. It's like, well, it's not true. Gosh, dang, bro, the lines are off today.
The burden.
Who's playing?
Who is playing? It's got to be Matt.
Matt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Burden
I'm
of
playing
expectations.
generationally better now.
Dude, whole
Burden of
3 for
expectations,
some reason
these
always
guys.
glitches.
Yes, hole 3 also glitches for me.
Like,
Don't
it
know
won't
why.
let me throw.
Yeah, it won't let me throw. You get to the wrong spot, and the hole just. Wait, what were you playing on, Corey?
My laptop?
Oh, I didn't know you had a actual laptop that could do anything.
I don't even know what that was supposed to mean.
Like, I thought maybe you had like some random HP, whatever.
No, it's a Dell.
HPs can't do anything, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not entirely wrong, but I honestly, I'm not really paying attention to what this game is required to, play stats wise.
Steam.
Yeah, but I mean, past Steam, like, it can't be requiring that much. It's not complex looking at all. But dang, 100 meters in. Luckily, I throw dime pieces. Whoops, and we're going in the bunker.
Bonkers
Awesome.
for bunkers. Oh, enough Heiser. Let's go.
Also, is it just me, or does it look like the stick is going the wrong direction?
Yes, I agree. You go like this, and it goes like it goes Anheuser or something. It's so weird. It's kind of agitating. You gotta hit a little one of these, by the way. You can make it happen. It's just a tough make.
Is Ganon player of the year right now?
I
No.
mean,
Well, okay. Maybe we should save this for the pod.
We could start the pod whenever.
guys, by the way, don't listen to anyone. Always go down here. I know that you watched. Do you guys even see the vlog squad was just playing this game one night, and me and Brixton. There was like 150 people in the chat, and me and Brixton were both in the chat. And Ganon's like, guys, ask us questions. And I was like, Ganon, what that thing do? And then he read it, and then he was like, all right, no more questions. But me and Ryan are just arguing in the chat, and then Ryan's like final move is like, Ganon, could you please talk about the AB rivalry? And Ganon's like, there's no rivalry. If you have to say it's a rivalry, like you have to not like each other for it to be that way. And then Ryan was like, no, there is a rivalry. Don't listen to him. And I was like, bro.
On
Matt,
whose stream?
Matt, you're squandering this hole right now.
I know. I'm throwing this hole on
Like,
Disc
what
Golf,
is happening?
on Jomez's live stream. Dude, this is the worst I've played in a long time on this game. I popped a 7 down the other day, and now I'm about to be like 4 over.
Life comes at you fast, man.
Real fast.
Life
On
comes
PC,
at you
it is
fast.
actually super easy, though, because you just slide forward and back, and you can slide forward and back slow, and it still goes the same distance.
Dang.
Like, what am I? I'm 1 down right now? Oh, my gosh.
It's all about the motion of the ocean.
After that dime piece of a drive, you guys should stop hanging out with me. Whoops. And that's in the water. And it's in the water. Oh, praise the
No,
Lord.
that's good. It's good. Oh,
Oh, my gosh. All right. We love a little glitch here. Always aim top right. No.
Always.
Never aim top right.
always.
Like, you can move it so slow and it'll give you the same power. So I keep moving it fast for no good reason.
Corey, what's your
1
favorite
down.
frisbee right now? Luft.
The Luft Hydrogen. It's a 1200, and it has a date on the back now.
That like the Immaculate Conception.
The Immaculate Aceception.
him.
He's here all night, guys.
Got him.
Yeah, so I aced with this.
Hold on,
for
can you
hole
stop?
one.
Can you stop for 2 seconds?
Why are you going
Thank
live?
What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 70 of Unfinished Business. My name is Taylor, joined as always by Matt, Tyler, Corey, and Taylor. That's me. Corey got an ace. Tell us about it.
Hey, I got an ace. It was hole one. It was during the challenge, and I couldn't use any of my normal putters or throwing putters or anything because we removed 2, 3, and then 7, 8, 9, and 12. Well, I picked up this. Well, I already had it. I picked it up physically from the ground, and it is a Luft Hydrogen, which is a 1200 or 1020. No, 1200. Yeah. It's got a little more glide than 2, and it definitely has a fade. So these are wrong. But now it
Numbers
says
are a lie.
5, 18, 25, which is the day that I aced. And it was funny because I had a baby shower that I had to go to during the day. So I was like, hey, I'm going to wake up super early. I got to the course at 7 a.m. I get to hole one. There's 2 guys like putting out on it. And I'm like, what the frick? Why is there other people here at 7 a.m.? This is crazy. They walk off. They yell clear. They walk off. Literally first throw, I'm like, I almost hit this tree. I'm like, ooh, missed the tree. And then in my head, I'm thinking, that looks like it might be going in. And then just dead center chains, drops. And then I pull out my phone and I'm walking up like recording. And then you could hear in the background the 2 guys like, did you just effing ace? And I was like, yep. And then they were like, holy crap, I can't believe we witnessed that. That was awesome. You know, you could play through if you want. So, because it was like 2, probably like 45-year-old, like beer belly, you know, the generic disc golfers of old. And yeah, so it was cool that some people got to see it. And then
Generational Instagram story, the solid, like, just ace. Don't know what disc it is. It's that Element one.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. No, I couldn't think of hydrogen. I knew it was a Luft, but what is your take on having people sign your ace disc? Because I definitely didn't even think about wanting to pull out a Sharpie and be like, you witnessed it, you get to sign it. I just kind of moved on.
For me, it's like only if they're like on my card or if I like them, honestly.
Yep.
That's where it is for me.
Okay.
Yep. Only on your card.
Yeah. Well, technically, no one was on my card.
Did they want to sign it?
No, I don't even think they knew that was a thing. They I'm telling you, both of the guys had like lunchbox bags. Like it was
I need to get one of
very
those.
old school. Very old
Fade
school.
Crunchbox, man, classic.
Yeah. They were definitely partaking in some extracurricular activities at 7 a.m. So
Those guys are almost
Vibes are high.
extinct where I am. I used to see them all the time, and now less and less.
if you know anything about this course, it's still in the middle of like a public park. And the public park is just all like bike trails and hiking trails and stuff. So I don't think we're ever going to get rid of those kind of guys, which is perfectly fine. I mean, they're having fun too. And then I ended up putting an 8 down.
Great score.
For this round.
Yeah.
It was
Solid
it was like
score.
9
234. 234 on UDisc.
Yeah. I looked
Yeah,
at
I don't
recent,
even. I don't think I wrote anything on my last Ace disc. I literally don't think I wrote anything.
I just did the date
I forgot.
because I did the date on the other two. So my first one, it's June 30th, 2012. So it was a long time ago. And also I put 1:11 p.m. And I
Nice.
thought about putting the I thought about putting the exact
The
time,
time.
for this, but I
Timestamp
didn't. And then
that thing.
Yeah, 9:21:22 was the second one. I only have 3.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I aced like 2 months
He
ago.
goes,
and
I
did not
only
write
have
anything down.
3.
Well, you
Tyler,
got
this
Yeah,
is
I
a
gotta
you
go
problem.
back. Mine's in UDisc. I gotta go find it. Write it on the back of
Tyler,
that Nexus.
number one was in 2012.
I know.
Number 2 was 10 years later. So you can't act like, oh yeah, he's only got 3.
Yeah, but how
Yes,
often did you play between 2012 and 22? Just curious.
a lot.
Oh, okay.
Like it was not as much as I do now, but I was playing between 2012 and 2019. It was like maybe once a month. And then after that, it ramped up because I had like coworkers that disc golfed. So it was like, hey, we're about to get off at 2:30. You want to run up to the local course kind of thing? So we started playing a lot more after that, but still, there was a lot of times that I could have aced and I just didn't know how.
I literally think I'm the only person that I know that disc golfs that has not gotten an ace. I don't know anyone who has not had an ace yet.
Tyler, I hate to glaze you in this way, but I think it's because you started off the game. Golf guy, by the way, with a golf mindset. And typically, if you're going for an ace, you're not going to park the basket. Or, you're typically long. If you're going for an ace and you miss, you're long in the basket, long comeback putt. So if your goal is scoring well, you're always trying to get it's a hit right in front of the basket or something.
I think it's more that the 2 local courses to my house, are really long holes where the average par 4 is like low 300s for a par 3, or Iron Hill. There's no other courses that are like close to me. Now I've gone to another course called White Clay that I've put on my channel a bunch that I've played at, and I've been really close there a couple times. I just don't get a chance to play there enough because it's like 20 minutes from my house.
Is there a shorts for Iron Hill?
Yes, but they're not really shorts.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah. I don't get enough ace runs.
I think that's a big part of why it took me very long to ace, and until I'm really moved here. Honestly, just the courses that I played were just not very aceable. You get one chance every round. Honestly, at some of those courses.
Yeah. So Mike said card signs it. I put date, venue, hole number, then hang it. Never throw it again. That scares me because now I don't want to ace with all of my favorite discs because I don't want to stop throwing them. That kind of
I only do not throw my first ace disc again. I feel like the others I've been chilling.
Oh, another thing about the challenge. So my first ace disc is a Star Katana. It was my favorite disc ever, and literally I threw it after the ace up until probably 2019, something like that. And then I lost a boss that was also, it was like my 1-2 punch. Katana, boss.
Classic.
Katana was straighter. Boss was like a meat hook. Lost the boss. And then it gave me a minor heart attack and be like, okay, I need to put away this katana and just find something else. So that's why I don't throw it. One of the discs that I bagged because we couldn't throw 12 speeds was a Star Katana, specifically an orange that I bought. And that thing, I might bag it. That thing rips, especially on forehand. It just goes forever.
Katanas aren't as understable as they're made out to be. That's what
I agree.
I never understood -3-3 because it's so much turn,
that's what I'm
but
saying.
Also so much fade.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's really not, because I've noticed on the -3 2s, or no, -2 3 fade disc from Discraft. What is that? The Wildcat? It's not doing exactly what it says. It's more like a -1 2. I don't know.
A lot of the older Discraft had those crazy numbers where it was 2s and 3s, and they shouldn't have. I think that's why they got rid of them and added new discs that are basically the same thing, but with better flight numbers.
Yeah.
Scott said, what speed that you couldn't throw did you miss the most? 8. Because that was all of my fairways are 8 speeds. So I have pipelines, I have torques.
Dude,
that was a hard one.
3 speed because I putted with the yin or yang or whatever it was, and it was beaded and a 1-speed, and it has a really weird shape. I wish I had it here to my car. Legitimately, I would have been like 5 down with my normal putters. First time I'll say that. Like I would putt with drivers. Otherwise, I should have just started putting with drivers. I started putting with the glitch halfway through, but I think I 3-putted like 3 holes where I was getting there, putting the yin. It's got a bead and the weird curve. Just failing miserably.
I did just notice a solid 33% C1X putting, 0% C2 putting on Matt's round.
Not kidding.
That is tough.
And then I would drop it and take my normal putter because it was still sitting in my bag and putt and make them all. It was like I shot 6 over there, which is a pretty bad score, and was throwing out of my mind. Like I would have been like 4 or 5 down. So and then I was like, man, I wish I had the non-beaded version. And then I went home, went through my collection, and I had the non-beaded version I could have used.
No,
So you have
dude.
a yin and a yang?
I have a yin and a yang.
Don't they like?
Yeah, the
Like
idea is
connect?
no, they don't directly connect. The idea
Don't
is
they
one
like-
of them is
I don't know what
overstable and one of them is straight. So they're like good.
But don't they
Complementary.
connect? Aren't they opposites? Aren't they opposites like rim wise?
No, they would have to have like the straight one would have to have like a bevel in the rim almost. It would be weird to get it to connect.
Or one could just be
I think-
wide diameter and the other could be small and just.
I guess that I was just always told they're the 1-2 punch of like your 1-speed approaches, an overstable one and a straight one. But actually ruined me. Not gonna lie.
I
I
tried.
thought they actually, because the one is like literally.
It's so bad.
So I thought maybe it like somehow. I don't know.
Tyler, did you do this?
I tried to. I didn't even tell you guys because I was saving it for tonight. I tried to go out and play, and first throw hurt my wrist so bad. So I don't know when I'm going to be able to do it or not. I mean, I tell you right now, it's so strange hitting a golf ball, lifting weights, no issues, like really no issues. But when I got to like push my wrist down and then put force on it, it does not feel good. I wanted to try again, but I was like, I'm not even going to risk it. So I don't know. Maybe I'll try again next week. We'll see.
You throw forehands?
I didn't even want to try. I had no idea. I don't know, but I hope my wrist was okay. I wanted to sneak out and play a really fun disc golf tournament that Cosmic Disc Golf throws every summer in the middle of June, and I was going to sneak out and do that one real quick. I've almost won it twice, actually, even though I haven't played much. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with my wrist. I have no idea because now, like, I can push my thumb, and it doesn't feel that as worse as it did a couple weeks ago. But this part of my wrist right here, there's like a burning sensation. So I don't know if there's maybe actually like a stress fracture on my wrist or something, because I don't even know if it's tendon related at this point. So yeah, I'm sad. I was ready to go and do it, but I don't know. We'll see.
I was going to do it today, but it's pouring rain. So also sad.
We had a
we're gonna
really
run
Not
it
as sad. Not as sad.
we had a really,
We're
we had a
gonna
really
run-
nice day yesterday, but today it's nasty.
Yeah.
So if you have not done the weekly challenge, you can wait. You have another week to do it. Taylor's gonna.
You
take
can
it
wait.
You can't. You
Can't
got
wait
till
right now. You can
next
wait.
Wednesday.
You're
You can
gonna wait this
You can
second,
wait.
but yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys have any Memorial Day plans?
Yeah, I'm doing a course walkthrough for an upcoming tournament with a buddy that we're running. So
Going to my wife and daughter are in a wedding this weekend, so I'll be at that.
Playing golf.
Oh, like they're standing in the wedding?
My wife is a bridesmaid.
It's his wife
and
is
my-
marrying his daughter.
Yeah, that'd be wild. Yeah, my wife is a bridesmaid and my daughter is the flower girl. So
Okay, that's cool.
no Memorial Day of plans. Tyler?
I have no idea. Do people actually make like specific plans for Memorial Day, or do they just enjoy the day off?
No, that's a
When we
big
used to live by the
thing.
lake, it was a big lake day. Yeah.
Yeah. it's
Yeah,
a
we usually
huge
do
lake day.
kayaking, but I'm gonna pass on kayaking this year because they do a temp course across from my local, and me and Mac are gonna go play that. So it's like a tournament on a temp course. I think it's doubles. I think it's random doubles.
Nice.
So that'll be fun. What golf course are you playing, Taylor?
Yeah, I'm playing a fancy golf course by me. If anybody knows anything about the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail, it is a series of pretty nice courses in Alabama as a whole. So I'm going to go. One of my friends is randomly, he was going to book a cruise, waited too long to book a cruise. And I was like, you know what? I'll drive 7 hours to come hang out this weekend. So vibes are high.
Dang, 7 hours is the equivalent of a cruise.
It's cruising on down here, brother.
Jeez.
Matt dead for anybody else? Bye, Matt.
My bag?
He's back.
Was he
All
dead?
right, cool.
He was dead on
was-
my screen for a little bit.
Oh, I
Yeah,
didn't even
real
notice.
glitchy.
I was fully dead for a second. I'm back up to normal stuff, but
Got it.
Corey might leave us, but we did have a disc golf pro tour event this last weekend. Did anyone? I watched scores. I didn't get to watch a lot of the like actual action go down. Did anybody take that in? Any thoughts on the course, the event, the tournament? Shout out to not Anthony Bedanza, but an Anthony Barella took it down. DGPT's AB.
I actually watched this one a little bit more than I normally have this year because I knew it was going to be an interesting course. And what's interesting is that I thought there would be a lot of complaints about the course because it's a lot of like, here's the line, but there's a lot of randomness, kind of like skinny trees down the fairway. It was a we'll call it a very busy course with the trees. There's a lot of small trees all over the place. And
I really liked it.
a lot of guys were hitting stuff like 3/4 of the way down the fairway, and they just would do that every couple holes. And I could see some guys start to like go on
Lose a little
tilt.
bit.
Yeah. So, but I didn't hear anyone say, "Oh, this course was stupid. We shouldn't have done it," or anything like that. I mean, it was a tough course, and I think this is the type of course that we should be having the Pro Tour play on. I mean, you could see the shots, and there was a lot of forehand shots down the stretch that were kind of repetitive, which I thought was a little annoying. But I mean, that's why you saw Ricky at the top. That's why you saw AB at the top. You know, guys who can throw good forehand shots. Simon was up there surprisingly. So Simon got a good run. I mean, it was a good tournament because there was a lot of guys. You didn't know who was going to win the last 9 holes. Everybody was real close, real tied. So, I mean, that's what we want out of a tournament. So,
Yeah, and I was gonna say too. You may have a better idea than I do. I was just watching scores, like I said, and I would like to dig into 2 players. One, I was paying extra attention to because I picked him for our picks, but Eagle McMahon popped out and was on lead card, I believe. Yeah, won back the lead after round 2, kind of fell off. Don't really know what happened there. And then another one, Ezra Aderhold, was leading this tournament for the majority, I think. After round 1, after round 2 was, I believe, tied. Yeah, tied for lead with AB after round 2. And then ended up in, I believe, let's see, 13th. Off lead card. So
Yikes.
I would like to, Tyler, do you know either of the storylines there from Eagle stuck around. He only ended up in 6th. It looks like just didn't have the best final round, but Ezra really fell off.
Eagle putted his butt off, and then it just felt like he was in a situation that he wasn't used to, which is at the top of the leaderboard. So I think he's still rusty, but I don't know how much you can use that excuse of being rusty. He's had a whole off season. So hopefully he starts figuring it out.
Several music videos.
Yeah. And
Those
then
guys
Ezra,
respectively, real quick, those guys respectively, Corey, I'm so sorry, 17% and 11% circle 1 in regulation for Eagle and Ezra.
Yeah.
So,
Also, Eagle putted his butt off. I think he was one of the top putters on the weekend. So that's his kind of forte. If he can put himself in a position to score, he can putt. You know, that's his thing. So Ezra, on the other hand, the lights got too bright. So again, unfortunately, he was 2 over through the first and 9 holes, and then never got started. and never got home course. So
Yeah.
yeah, so it was kind
We
of
had
sad
a,
that those guys couldn't get it going, but
We had a classic Calvin Heimberg, not from Calvin Heimberg, who we'll talk about that in a minute as well, was playing in the Las Vegas Challenge. But Paul Macbeth, out of nowhere, shooting I think at the time course record, and then it was beat afterwards by AB and Simon, but 8 down, 1067 on the final day to come up to tied for 6. So I'm glad somebody kept Calvin's spirit, out there on the course, just being completely out of contention and then coming out of nowhere.
Yeah. I really like that course. The only thing that I would change is maybe making hole 1 hole 2, because it doesn't seem like a starting hole. Really? I don't know. It was just kind of weird that it was like a touchy hyzer.
I think I'm actually okay with the touchy hyzer. I think I disagree with you here. I don't think there was certainly stuff to go on, but it was, I don't know. I like the idea of leading in as we go into harder holes. And that one was.
No, I just like hole 1. I don't know. I prefer hole 1 being like an open, stretch
Bless
your
you.
legs, bomb it. Yeah.
Idlewild hole 1 then? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. I can
There's a lot
understand
of-
that style. We're in the same boat then. We're
Well,
saying we
yeah.
like an easier hole, starting hole.
Or a par 4, something that you can just kind of throw out there. And then hole 1 would be hole 2, which would be a good second hole to have the touchy hyzer.
You got to think it's got to suck to go. Now announcing Ezra Aderhold, and then hitting one of the first trees on hole 1 and just ricocheting off into the middle.
So it's so funny that you say that. We were last year I was watching, I had the Pro Tour on the TV one weekend, and me and Lexi were watching. And I remember it so specifically because it was so funny. Lexi just goes, it was hole 1 at the Glendevere with a kind of tight turnover through the double mando off the tee. And Lexi goes, how funny would it be if you just hit the tree right in front of him? After, with all these spectators, they just announce his name. And I mean, just drills it 15 feet in front of him. It was so bad.
That's got to suck because people will be cheering, but why?
He just walks around awkwardly. You hear the...
Yeah, you have to clap that he threw, I guess.
yeah, I prefer a par 4 to start off with, but
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask the question then. Same as Corey saying a relatively easy par 4, or you want a really hard? Do you want an easier or a harder hole? Just a
it
par
don't
4.
matter.
Period.
I don't know a single golf course that starts off with a par 3.
Golf guy.
Yeah.
It's just not.
Yeah, but
it's not normal.
Yeah, but disc golf is mostly par 3.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost opposite. So I understand par 3 being the first thing, but if it was a par 3 that was kind of just a straight, more open, or even an island, I don't know. There's just weird. I guess it depends, but that
Honestly,
that first hole,
it didn't resonate with me until you just said that, Tyler. But the golf course by me that I've been playing, the first hole is 120-yard par 3, and I was like, this feels so wrong, and I
Really?
just clicked that that's just very strange. But I'm in the same boat that
you just want to take out the big dog and rip it on the first shot.
some sort of open par 4 that's open enough that spectators can see the disc fly, player can see the disc fly. Just a nice driver, get your day started.
I used to really care about it. I just don't anymore. But I mean, if I had a gun to my head and I had to choose par 3, par 4, it'd be par 4 on the first hole. Sorry, that got really graphic really fast. I just realized that.
Classic Tyler. I like this course too. I thought this course was
Would
good.
knife point have been any better or no?
if I just had to die,
If I
would
was
pick a par
in,
4.
you guys know the trap in Saw where they the reverse bear trap. If I was in that thing,
Yeah.
If I had to crack,
Let me ask this question: Was it the fact that the holes really set up for good forehand holes? The last couple there, I'm
Yeah.
trying to remember them.
it
Or
was
was it,
identical shots that people needed to throw. It was kind of annoying.
but was it just that, or was it that everyone's way more confident hitting a gap with a forehand?
No, I don't like having the same exact shot you have to throw in a space of 3 holes. I don't know when it was, but hole like 14 and 16 should not be like a similar shot, and it was. So
Okay.
that's just what I'm saying. Give me some variety. Give me something different down the stretch. I mean, listen, not here. Like I said, no one complained. It was a different challenge. Good course. Now we get to go to, I think, was it Glendoveer and Milo?
Yeah,
coming up
World's
in a couple
Preview.
weeks. So yeah, that'll be exciting. I love watching that golf. Anything on the West Coast, because it's just different than what we see on the East Coast and the middle of the United States. So
Yeah, definitely agree. What other thing I wanted to talk about from the weekend was not actually this tournament, but I think the other bigger storyline, to Scott's point in the chat of who won Vegas, is that a good contingent of pros, mostly Innova sponsored pros, because Vegas was an Innova event, decided to skip this tournament and go play Vegas. You like this? Do you think the Pro Tour should be concerned about this? Like, what are your thoughts on having competing events that, you know, some of your top players, you know, namely, I think it was like Calvin, Bradley, there were a few, you know, top guys, Matty O, Double G went and played this event versus, you know, the Pro Tour stop. Anybody care?
Listen, I've been claiming that I talk too much on this show, so I'm being quiet.
I think you're the only one who claims that too.
I'm not. Mike is the one that told me I talk too much.
And then
You're gonna listen to Mike?
I'm just saying.
All right.
He's bullied everyone on this show into doing one thing once at least.
That is true.
Break Taylor and the lights. So
Did he
Okay.
bully me?
I don't know if he bullied Corey.
I don't know.
In this case, we didn't really have that. Like, okay, it went Calvin Heimberg, Emerson Keith, Cupcake, Bradley.
Daddy.
That was your top 4. 5 is Paul Owen. Like, once you get other people that were there that matters, Matty O, Garrett Gurthie, but like, none of these people are regularly in contention other than like Calvin.
Yeah.
You know, so
That's
I
fair.
don't
This
know
is
if it
another way
matters.
for Matt saying like none of these people are important.
None of these
I'm just
guys
saying,
matter.
none of these people have done anything in the last year
Bums.
other than Calvin.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know. It is
Matt.
weird though that Vegas was
Matt, you want a clip? Just
Vegas
go
was on
down the
tour.
list of those guys again.
Tag him on Instagram when you post it.
He's too busy drinking water.
Who came in second again?
no.
Emerson Keith.
Emmy.
Bum.
Lost by 6.
Cupcake Curtis
Bum.
has his own PGA article written about his mental health on the course.
Where did Garrett Gurthie finish?
10th. Tied with Matty O in 10th.
Yeah.
Bum. Double bums. We'll go through the whole list. Bradley Williams, where did he finish? Outside the top 10?
No, 4th.
4th.
Bum. All right, I'm done.
Wait, didn't Calvin win?
Bum.
Calvin did win.
He won. What did they say?
Fraudulent tournament.
won-
Fraudulent tournament.
Yeah. Was that even sanctioned?
Yeah, it was an 8-year.
I know. I'm just joking. What FPO players played it though? Who won it? Did
good
Dissay win
question.
that tournament?
No, she did not.
Matt said she was going to run train on everybody out there.
She was ripping
That's a weird way of putting it.
Jennifer Allen.
Sorry, that was bad. I'm so
Yeah.
sorry. Can we edit that out? I am so sorry.
I don't think Matt said that.
Okay,
So sorry.
Tyler. Jennifer Allen won with a 22 down. Diskay was 7th with a 1 down.
Oof.
How you were throwing zones on holes where other FPO players are throwing fairway drivers.
Get her, Matt.
How?
And
The
she-
disc is moving less.
And
It's
she'd
skipping
still
less.
beat you by 20.
No, duh.
Facts.
But
Okay, hold on. He said no duh, but I said, what was it about? what
Silva
was it last
Sarnen,
time?
bro. It's Silva
Yes.
Sarnen.
Yes.
I said like
that is
15.
fraudulent.
I said
that is
15.
fraudulent.
Dude, her rating for the event was a 927.
So Diste would beat you by 20, but Silva would only beat you by 15. Make
That
it make
might-
sense.
that-
Make it
that-
make sense.
that depends
Diste
on
would
the
run a
course.
train on him.
See, it depends on the course.
Well, because if you put an open bomber, at least she can rip up there, even if she 2 putts every hole. I have to catch up to her, you know. But Silva and I are throwing, around this. She's not outclassing me in distance fully to make up a full shot's worth.
Matt is mesmerized by the distance. It's very clear.
It's true.
Yes, of course. Why would you not be?
And
Facts.
trains.
That was
Loves
Tyler's thing, not me.
trains.
That was Tyler's thing, not me. But seriously, I'm like watching a video of her playing with another FPO player, and the FPO player is pulling out mids and fairways, and she just keeps pulling out zones. And it's like, and they're getting close. So what else does she suck that bad at putting?
Matt gets away with saying mush, but I can't say trains. Okay.
Well, it could be
What?
aiming.
But she was aiming good too. In the video I watched, she was like shooting pretty well, but it's just like, I don't know.
Maybe she caught the yips from Goose.
She could have
Not the only thing.
That's true. Mm-hmm.
Breaking news.
There's just Katrina Allen popped a second place.
So who came in? Never mind. There you go. What did she? How close was she to Jennifer Allen?
She was 5 strokes off. She shot a 17 down.
So is putting the most important thing for FPO?
Gosh.
Yeah.
Jennifer Allen, a grandmother, by the way. Let's point that out. Can somebody throw
she
that out
really?
there?
Yes.
You're getting,
Yes.
She's a
She's a grandmother.
legit
Drew
grandmother.
Gibson's kid, right?
yeah.
Yeah, it's Drew Gibson.
Yeah.
What?
Tyler, Drew Gibson's kid.
is dating Jennifer Allen's daughter.
Holy, Tyler's whole life has changed.
I had no idea.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
Michaela. It's Michaela Allen.
Hey, Tyler, take a guess at what
I'm
how
blown away.
much money Jennifer Allen made at this event. Take a guess.
4,000.
$1,200.
Oh my gosh.
I'll say,
Take a guess.
I'll say
She
Calvin
won.
didn't make 4,000.
Calvin made 3 bands.
Yeah, I was gonna say 2,700 was gonna be my guess.
I
after
mean,
hearing
if
that.
you're Calvin though, and your closest competition is Cupcake and Bradley Williams, like that's like a free $3,000. But like, surely you just go take that trip, right? Like,
Dude, it's such a free $3,000.
I wonder if Innova was like, if you don't win this tournament,
yes, we're gonna have to have a talk. Like,
But hold on.
you like those
us
Halo
$3,000.
destroyers, brother? Like, come on, man.
What if this is the tournament that Calvin needs to go on a run? Like,
A little confidence.
A win's
These are
a win's a win.
These
A
are the
win's a
same
win.
guys he beats every week, though.
It doesn't matter. You gotta win. What are you saying though?
You ever
Matt?
watch Longest Yard?
Yes, I've seen it.
A win might be a win, but you're with Camp Putt Curtis.
It doesn't matter.
And your boyfriend, Bradley Williams,
you
like,
get a
what?
win. There's something does that to your confidence, and then listen. I could go out there and smash some 12-year-olds in putt. It's gonna
Okay.
boost. It's gonna
God,
boost.
We need to-
we
We need to
age-
figure this out.
We have to
okay?
like get you with someone who can talk to
We're
you about
not-
what you say.
We're not
in-
going to be
in
allowed to
public.
have the foundation top 25 anymore after this podcast, I think.
Yeah.
I'm
It'll
thinking
be,
like
it'll be the top 12.
I'm just saying, like, you go out and play a couple of like middle schoolers in putt and you smash them, it would be a confidence boost.
Stop saying smash.
Oh, shit.
Say beat. Say beat.
Yeah, it
Tyler
doesn't matter if
didn't
you say
even
12-year-old or if
Yeah.
you say
I don't
middle
think
schoolers.
I don't
Just
think you say
realize
beat
that.
either. I think it's if I was victorious in a
Win
game.
against-
Listen.
If I
This is,
win against them
The
in a
crazy
duel.
thing is, Tyler didn't even realize the issue until I told him to stop saying smash.
all right. I'm gonna have to ask me when we're done this about the comment I'd love to make right now, but I'm not gonna make it. So, freaky Tyler. Yep. Well,
Tyler,
But anyway-
winning against a bunch of people who suck.
I'm
at
just
a game,
saying it doesn't
that
matter
makes me
if
feel
you
better
get a
than
win
that
is a
enough.
win. It gives you confidence. There you go.
The re-
Maybe
yeah, the
maybe it helps
reason-
Calvin.
The reason I brought up Longest Yard is the whole premise of the movie is, hey, we want to make sure that we're good, so you need to put together a team of prisoners that we could just whoop on, and then they end up like losing that game because that's turn of events. But that's the whole thing.
And if a win is a win, then shouldn't Chris Dickerson just be chilling every time he just pops a C tier, or Yuli when he pops a C tier every weekend in Charlotte and just wins the thing by 10 strokes?
They got
Like-
bad hips, bro. That's different. They got bad hips.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Gosh, dang.
Speaking of freaking and beaten, do you guys think that we need to launch an investigation
I
into
don't know.
Calvin and Bradley Williams?
Why?
Because they're hanging out a lot.
So I think there's some romantic involved. You never know.
Oh,
Wow.
they called each other. They called each other. Bradley called Calvin his boyfriend in the latest post on Instagram.
Facebook official.
I guarantee you they have so many comments about that they're like, let's just run with it.
Probably should.
Yeah.
Just a few names I wanted to point out from Cascade Challenge. Kyle Klein in 4th. Kyle Klein, sneaky guy. I feel like having sneaky good season. We could probably next week, maybe Tyler starts that off with head-to-heads on Kyle Klein to see how he's doing. And then again, for me personally, picked him first pick, Nicholas in 28th. Brother, come on. That's all I'm gonna say. To Matt's point, Nicholas either wins or he just throws out a stinker. I feel like there's no in between with Nicholas.
Yeah.
So let's throw it out there. We're 7 tournaments into the year. It's like a quarter of the way through. Who's your player of the year so far? Let's hear it.
I think it's got to be Nicholas for me, man. Just for the dubs.
Yeah.
Just for the dubs.
With 2 dubs?
2 wins is impressive, man. In today's day and age.
What about Gannon though? Does he have 1 win or 2 wins? I think he's got 2,
Got
doesn't
1.
he? Does he really?
I think it's just
Yeah, he has
what
1.
was it? Kansas City? Yeah.
Gannon. Yeah, Kansas
Thank you
City.
for reminding me, Scott. Yes, Cole Radall in top 10. Was Cole Radall a snub in our picks this week?
No.
Northwest guy?
No, he hasn't
He's
done
not
anything.
in the top 3.
Top 10. Top 10 for Cole.
Do you have the wins pulled up, Tyler?
For who?
For the entire season? far?
No, but I can.
I'm trying.
Because I don't even remember who won anything. Honestly,
Yes.
the Cascade Challenge is the first tournament that I kept up on. Like those daily highlights that they're posting on the Pro Tour YouTube channel is phenomenal. I think it's Pro
I
Tour.
need to check those out.
right?
I haven't watched. I would
What
think
is
so.
it?
They're doing like daily highlights of the live coverage. That's how I'm getting all of my information. Because I can't watch, I refuse to watch live because I just don't want to pay another subscription. And then also, I just have not wanted to watch Jomez anytime soon. Life is too busy right now.
Yeah.
But these highlights are just like the good throws. So
I don't have the list of people who have
I do.
won.
I
Go
do.
ahead.
Do you want to go just by event? So Ezra Robinson at Supreme Flight, then Adam Hammis at Waco, back to back, or was it Nicholas won the Open at Austin? These acronyms are terrible. Back to back at MCO for Nicholas, Gannon at Kansas City Wide Open, Isaac at Champions Cup, and then Anthony Barella at Cascade Challenge are your winners.
I feel like it would have to be Nicholas right now then.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think like when majors even out of like events, it's a more clear cut story. But right now, I think I would have to say Nicholas. How did Nicholas do at Champions Cup?
I had that up and then I got rid of it. Shoot.
Quick,
I
can tell you,
think he was top 10.
21st, tied for 21st.
Yeah, not that good.
Yeah,
I think
like
I-
Nicholas is just like he literally he wins or he stinks.
Yeah.
He just all right. I had this up. I know how much we're gonna love this. Gannon versus Niklas. Gannon's 5-2, but Niklas has got the 2 wins.
Yeah.
So
You know what's crazy is Nicholas is barely top 10 in Pro Tour points right
Okay,
now.
Yeah.
let's squash this beef, Tyler.
There's no beef. Listen,
So,
you
no,
don't
no, no,
care.
I have
you
a
don't
question.
care for
I have
it. I do. That's it.
I have a question.
Okay.
Gannon
Scott
is
has a
5-2.
question.
Gannon is 5-2, but Niklas has 2 wins.
Yeah.
What's better? because I assume winning is what you're there for, not like trying to beat someone else by like, you know what I mean? I guess that's why the stats, I don't care about the stats that
I
much.
think performing well is still important though. Like obviously you want to win.
Wow, Taylor immediately chiming in. I don't even have to talk. Taylor's got it for me.
I'm just so ready to argue about anything, bro. Like,
I'm just
Let
glad
him
Matt
have it.
can't chime in.
I'm just saying. I mean, here's the difference. You got a guy who is won twice, or you can look at the consistency part, and that's when the head-to-head kind of comes into play. If I had to choose one guy to say who's had a better year, one guy has got 85% top 10, and the other guy's got 42%. But the guy with the 42% has got 2 wins.
Exactly, which is why I don't.
But Gannon's got at least 1.
I don't care for looking at the head-to-head because, like, winning is winning. That's more wins, more wins. You know what I mean?
I would be
So you're
really
saying-
curious if the season ended today, what the player of the year voting would be like. Because
Isaac.
I think it's a lot closer between Gannon and Nicholas than I originally thought.
Well,
I don't think
then
it could be Isaac.
Well, and then Isaac has the 1 major. I don't know. I mean, I don't think it can be Isaac either, if I'm being really honest. But
Yeah.
I mean, a win's a win, and it's not just a win; it's a major.
Right.
Does a major count as 2 wins? All right, you
Yeah,
know
I
what?
would
We gotta
I would
find
have to
out.
say yes. I would have to
Isaac?
say yes.
Isaac versus the little guy. All right. So Isaac versus Niklas in tournaments they've played in together. Both are they're 4-4 against each other. Isaac's got the major win, and Isaac has less strokes throughout those 8 events than Niklas. So you could say he's played better. Isaac's got 75% top 10. Anyways, after all that mess, they have the same record against each other. One's got a major, the other one's got 2 wins. Who's
Does
got
it
a better
impact?
season?
I have an actual question. Does it impact your thoughts on Isaac having such a high top 10 percentage to know that 2 of those are tied for 10th?
No, it doesn't matter.
I was
to me.
curious.
No, doesn't matter to me. So, I mean, Corey, if you had to choose Isaac or Niklas, who would be your player of the year over those 2 guys? Just curious.
I know that
I'm not even trying to trap you. I'm literally curious.
I know. Well, I know the major we're saying counts as 2, but I feel like back-to-back wins would be better. So I'd still give it to Nicholas.
Okay.
I like back-to-back more than winning the one tournament that I guess counts more.
And I feel like
That's-
even in my mind, there's a lot of bias of like, that changes for me if the major was Worlds or USDGC versus Champions Cup. Just in all honesty.
Yeah.
Can we ask the follow-up question? Who are you more sure is going to do better the rest of the season, Niklas or Isaac?
Isaac.
It's got to be Isaac. Dude, Isaac
Yeah.
is just so dangerous when it comes to majors. He's just
Yeah.
going to play well.
Where
Yeah,
was
but-
Isaac at in last year's European Open?
That's a good question.
It's a great question.
Probably the United States.
Didn't make it. Prodigy couldn't pay. He was 4th.
No, he was on a plane, but it was too flippy.
Jeez. I actually have a very interesting thing.
I don't know. I feel like I have more faith in Nicholas with the 2 European majors.
I don't think it's a wild take, but I'm just saying. I mean, Isaac's won the last 2 worlds, and we got the
Yeah.
worlds coming up. And he keeps winning all these majors. This is what I'd say.
At his world.
Hold on, let me ask you. And if I'm telling
Soon.
you, if we're having this conversation, let's say January of 2023, and I'm just saying. Actually, no, it would just be now. Anyways,
I thought you were just going to pause.
no, I'm coming with this up. I'm coming up with this on the fly. The main thing is, who do you think has had a better career, Isaac or Gannon? who's had the better career in your opinion?
Back then,
No,
Well, no, if you're
right now.
you're looking at Gannon,
I mean Gannon. Yeah,
I gotta say Gannon for sure.
come on now.
back-to-back worlds is awesome, but also
and 4 majors.
Yeah.
Gannon has 2.
But a Pro Tour, what was it? A plus Grand Slam of the plus event and most wins ever in in a season kind of thing last year.
I think the main thing for me is like before 2 weeks ago or however many weeks ago was like Gannon and Isaac were tied in majors, and Gannon has all of the other accolades. Like I feel like it'll be a clearer picture at the end of this year is what I'll say,
Mm-hmm.
one way or the other.
But as of right now, what would you say?
I would say Gannon
Me?
today.
I'd say Gannon.
Okay.
Yeah. So what's really fascinating, and maybe I'm wrong, somebody will have to double check this, but Isaac's only wins in the last 2 seasons before this and this season have been majors. That's it. He has not won a regular Pro Tour event. He's got 4 wins over the last 2.5 seasons, and they all been majors. Gannon's got 13 total wins. So
What's that guy that Bryson had beef with?
Brooks.
Yeah, he's the Brooks.
Oh, Isaac's definitely the Brooks Koepka. I think you said that in our chat, and I was like, yeah, it's spot on. Or maybe
Yeah.
Scott did. I don't remember. Somebody said it. Yeah, Scott might have said it. It's so true. Yeah, Isaac wins the majors, and that's pretty much it. So, Matt, who's your player of the year?
Right now,
Yeah.
it's tough. What everyone else say as far as player of the year? If they had to guess, right now.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, well, why you got to know that first?
Yeah, you don't need to copy
I'm
our
just
answers.
curious. I'm
I
just
didn't even say mine. We've just been in a debate of Isaac Gannon here for a second.
What did? Okay, so did
I think
one
I'm
of
gonna
them say
change my
Gannon
answer.
And one of them say Isaac.
No,
Dude, just say who you think. Don't worry about us.
no plagiarism.
Oh,
Facts.
It's tough. It's definitely tough.
It's
So
very tough
tough.
right now.
it's so tough. I mean, we have Niklas, we have Isaac, we have Gannon, we have AB. You're asking like, I don't really think Niklas is going to do that much going from here on out. He kind of always heats up around Texas. I don't know if he's going to be cooking in Europe or not, but he's kind of. I'm not really considering him as a strong candidate in the future.
We're talking
So
about
the question-
7 events in. Who do you got?
Dude, see, here's the issue. 7 events in, you kind of gotta say, like Niklas.
That's what Taylor said.
Yeah.
Same.
I think it's so incredibly close between him and Gannon, though. Incredibly close, apparently.
I think don't count out AB.
Yeah.
AB's
We're not counting.
gonna be
We're
right
not counting
there.
him out. We just, as of right now, 7
There's
events
such a wild world of opportunity ahead of us where like in a month we could be like, wow, bro, Calvin's got 2 majors this year. He's an easy player of the year lock, you know? You won Vegas, 2 majors.
This wouldn't put it over the edge for me for player of the year, but AB's got 2 second place finishes. So
Yeah.
if he figures something out in one of those 2, I mean, I think he's player of the year if he has 2 wins right now over Niklas. So he's outplayed Niklas in the tournaments they've played in the same together. So
Well, if you're listening to this
What's the
after the
next-
fact, let us know in the comments below who your player of the year is right now.
yeah, let me know.
Next
What's the
tournament
next tournament?
is Northwest Disc Golf Championship. It is the World's Preview for 2026
I
at
hope
Glendoveer
it's
and Milo McIver.
I hope it's good. The
Not
only
this
thing-
weekend, but next weekend.
Yeah, Kona Peach Day is this weekend.
It is.
The only thing that concerns me about Glendoveer is sometimes it can get a little bit of no one's like pushing the top of the leaderboard. It's who doesn't screw up, who kind of gets a lucky kick around a tree sometimes. I hope it doesn't come down to one of those.
Yeah, I hope it'll have a balance of, I definitely like Glendoveer is a lot more of like, not a lot of like super scoring, more of like don't mess up and like be smart. I think Milo will balance that out of being like an older course of where I think we had seen that start to go the way of just like, 10 to 12 was a good round out there, right? Versus, Glendoveer, it's probably still in the single digits. So
yeah.
I thought 2026 Worlds was Deglow.
Is that 26 or 27?
Or it might be 27.
Yeah. Here's my question with Milo. Last year or so, they played a little
2026
harder because
is
they did not-
indeed Deglow. 2027 is Portland. Wow, I'm an idiot.
Come on, Taylor.
I'm sorry, man. That's on me.
Is Milo going to be cleaned up? Is the question. They couldn't
It's
clean it
fine.
up last year.
It's fine the way it is.
No, what?
Some guys like it hairy.
I like it, Harry.
Okay. Well,
Give me the bush.
That impacts scoring, I think, in my
That's
opinion.
fine.
That's what pros were saying.
That's fine.
So then it's
As
not gonna
long
play.
as long as there's not a basket where Corey Ellis's putt is going to go through the basket and not actually count,
Yeah.
like we're fine.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. I forgot about that.
But we'll be talking about that not this weekend, but next weekend. Like Tyler said, Kona Peace Day is this weekend. I didn't decide to do picks for that one because it's like European events and just like the consistency is not there. But I do have the consistency of a game for us to play at the end of this podcast. What we are going to do, I have 5, and if we need more for a tiebreaker, we'll pull more. I pulled up 5 of common dark horse picks, dark horse kind of guys. They're always around, maybe past 40. What we're going to do is Price is Right style. I'm going to give you a name, and you are going to tell me the best finish in this player's career on the Pro Tour without going under. And the closest to that finish gets a point. So this is excluding Silver Series. This is purely Disc Golf Pro Tour Championships, and Majors or NTs back in the day. Their entire career, their best finish. So first up, we have last year's Dark Horse special himself, Austin Turner. What was Austin Turner's best finish in his career? I'll start out with Matthew Marsh.
As of
PG.
today?
As of today.
Okay.
Okay. And so if we go
Without going on under.
for instance, I say 1 and he's been 2.
Right,
Yeah,
you're disqualified.
So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go 9 here.
Who's up?
Corey Kramer.
I'm gonna go 2.
Oh, man.
Tyler Tulo.
I'm pretty sure it's 3rd, but I'm going to play safe and say 5th.
Austin Turner at the recent 2025 Music City Open came in 2nd place.
Oh, wow.
So Corey got it right on the noggin.
So is it... Oh, so it's... Someone's got to outright win it, not we're going to collectively...
What?
I'm saying like it's not like I generate a score total for the.
Oh, we
5
could do it that way. We could do that way if you wish. So like
Oh, so
Corey
you
would
would
have
have
0
3
right
and-
now. You would have 3, and Matt would have
That's
7.
why I said 5th place.
Yeah, we'll do it that way. That's more fun. We'll do it
Okay.
that way. That's more
Okay.
fun. Okay,
Alright.
so next up is
if you go bust, what are we going to count that as? How many points?
700.
Okay, fine. Go with it.
We'll figure it out. Just don't bust, please. Next up we have the dark horse of today, Mr. Silas Schultz.
Oh wow.
We'll do same order, which was Matt.
Okay.
Quit looking stuff up, Matt.
I'm not looking stuff up.
It always goes like this.
Yeah,
Look-
he's
look
looking like
looking,
directly under at just screens.
Give me. I know the event that he had his best finish in, but I can't remember where he was there. Give me a 6th place.
That's got a 6.
For some reason, 14th is popping up in my head.
All right.
Give me a man. I know he's been like up there. Give me a 5.
So in 2023 Champions Cup, Silas went on the run and ended up in 4th place. So 2 for Matt, 10 for Corey, 1 for Tyler.
I knew it was Champions Cup. I knew what year it was. I just could not remember what place it was.
All right, we're gonna get a little bit more obscure here. We've got Max Goat, Max Rock, Connor Rock.
Connor Rock.
You doing same order?
Same order. Let her rip.
I'm gonna go 25. Something last year, I believe. Honestly, I think it was higher than that, but we're gonna go with 25.
I feel like he's at a top 10.
Yeah, I do think it's higher, but I really don't. I need one of you guys to get risky, and I'm kind of chilling. That's crazy as a 12.
I'm nervous. I'll go. I'll go 17th.
17. So what we have here, what was it? 2023 Las Vegas Challenge. Connor Rock came in 14th place. So we have a bust for Corey, 11 for Matt, 3 for Tyler.
Goodness gracious, that was close.
That was close for
See,
Tyler.
the 14 came out one too late.
All right, 2 more to go. Up next, we have good friend of Mac, actually, Tristan Tanner, podcast co-host. What was Tristan Tanner's highest career finish?
15, we're gonna say. It has to be way high.
We're reaching back to 2023. A lot of 2023.
What's career win? So I don't think Gannon was born yet. So,
Yeah, buddy.
What did you say, Matt?
15.
Hey, man. Oh, I wasn't gonna give it to him, but okay.
I'm gonna go 9th.
Matt says 15. Oh man. I'll go 10.
10. This one's gonna surprise some folks. Back in 2022 at the World Championships, Tristan Tanner came in 3rd place. Got a podium at Worlds.
I knew he led after like 2 rounds, the first 2 rounds or something like that. But I couldn't remember what happened the last couple of days.
Just a quick update before we get into our last one here. Matt is at 32, Tyler is at 14, and Corey is at 716.
You got that 700 piece, man.
Sneaks up on you. Yeah, Tyler's kind of the GOAT right now. With 7 points on Tristan. The others was both 1 and 3.
Maybe I should go first this time to keep it fair.
All right. We'll switch it up. We got a last one here. I didn't realize from Tennessee, I think not far from where I grew up, but we got Luke Sampson. What is Luke Sampson's highest finish? And I just realized my filtering's messed up, so hold on.
I'm going to put some heat on Matt.
I feel like Tyler is this Luke Sampson lover.
Luke Sampson fan.
I'm going to say 23.
23?
18.
I literally have to say, like...
I don't know if it's mathematically in the cards for you, but we'll find out.
No, if say his top was 30th and I say 30 for
That's true.
and
That's true.
both of them bust. So
Doesn't matter if I bust.
If I bust, it's over.
So I might as well. I literally might as well say, yeah, but not getting him right on the dot. Still,
Might as well just bust, bro.
I think I just have to say like 35 and hope he. Let's make it reasonable. 27.
He's gonna bust
27.
35.
Luke Sampson in 2022 in the Las Vegas Challenge, popular event for randoms to kind of come up, it looks like, and Idlewild's up here too. But in Las Vegas Challenge 2022, Luke Sampson came in 10th place, got a top 10. So that brings our total to 17 plus 13, 8. That brings our totals to Matt at 49. Corey, look away, at 724. And Tyler ends up at 27 total. So
if I didn't bust, I would have won.
yeah, I mean, if you had gotten pretty close on Connor Rock, then yeah, you were. Without that, you were at 24.
I was
so,
2 off, right?
Yes.
I said 12, and he was 14.
He was 14. Yeah.
Ambitious.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda, man. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. If you like any of these pros, Tristan Tanner, Luke Sampson, I think they got some tour series for them. But they got tour series at FoundationDiscGolf.com. While before this podcast has gone live and they've listened to it, we no longer have an affiliate link. Please go utilize that affiliate link. We'll see if we can get a couple cents off that, and then we'll move into Tyler's tub. I'm gonna go with a.
Oh,
I'm gonna let Matt go first.
I can feel it. I've got a good one.
Dude, I'm looking at old Discraft in that box. I think he's going to go for a Discraft Buzz.
Would you want any bit of a hint?
No.
I've got it. So there's no cheating. It's not like. So what did you say, Matt?
Buzz.
Okay.
Firebird.
I was thinking Innova too. I'm gonna go Destroyer.
It's an orange GD3.
It is a West Side
Oh,
Maiden.
Whoa.
just he's undefeated. I would have never guessed that in 100 years.
Bet you didn't think I had that.
It's not undefeated.
If you guys don't forget, or if you don't remember, Tyler putted for them for a week and a half before he hit his next rotation last winter.
You know what? I wanted to have a beat it putter that was a 3-speed, and it did it, and then it got something up. Corey did get one correct, but it wasn't the.
That was post 10.
style.
That was post 10. Post 10.
What do you mean the original style?
That
It was
not
post 10,
just,
bro.
I gave you hints, and you got it. The Zeus.
What was the hint?
I said it was Discraft, and then the second round you said Zeus or something like that. Jamie, pull up the tape.
We ain't
Yeah,
counting
we'll pull up the
2
clip.
rounds, bro.
We'll pull up the clip. Yeah, that
I
was
don't remember 2 rounds.
it was definitely multiple rounds. Tell us about your rounds down below. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Please tell a friend. And we got short form coming at you soon, courtesy of Matthew Marsh DG. We'll see you next week. We'll talk about Northwest Disc Golf Challenge and how stats make Corey mad.
And I'm not gonna smash any 12-year-olds, okay, everyone?
Really?
Oh, did you guys see this
not.
GIF?
The
Look at
liar.
this GIF coming in hot, bro.
You said smash 12-year-olds multiple times,
Twice.
and then even more times you just yelled bust.
Yes.
This could be chopped and ruin your career.
Or dude, you're way too high up in your company to be doing any of this, bro.
Listen, I gotta be honest. The first time, I just thought you guys were saying, "Oh my gosh, you're talking about 12-year-olds." I did not think about
you didn't even hear the bust until I said, "Stop saying you're gonna smash 12-year-olds." And you were like, "Oh, right, that's the problem." Yeah, buddy, that's the problem.
Well, listen, in honor of Diddy Trial Week, okay, we had to throw some stuff out there.
I don't know what is going on.
What's
with
that,
my,
Corey?
Wi-Fi. It was terrible.
This is one of the phone case intercourse.
Oh,
Bone case intercore.
Yeah, it's
I
got.
like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Hey, I like that. I tried throwing this in the bag. It's really
I
hard to.
tried so hard.
What is this? NX01.
Bro, I tried to have that in my bag for a while too.
It's really hard to. I don't know.
I don't-
I'm
the
throwing a lot
drivers are
farther than
just-
normal.
That's so sick, man. Will you teach me how?
I did something where it feels like I'm throwing after I do my full walk up, but I'm not.
Mm.
It's just my brain can't It feels like I'm throwing late, or I'm reaching back late, and I'm not. So it's really weird. But
That timing, man.
I do feel a lot faster. So
I was gonna
Fast
tell you
as
guys. I was gonna tell you guys an anecdote, but we got to go off live before I tell you guys an anecdote. Sorry.
okay, bye guys.
Bye,
Corey,
guys.
are you working with Corey? Are you working with that guy from Disc Golf, the Disc Golf Creator Academy?
Not yet. This is something I just came up with on my own, and
That was what I was gonna tell you. Fixed my problem was just instead of letting my arm sit out the whole time, so it could get in any kind of wobbly thing, waiting really late and then reaching back. But I'm not saying it's sound advice, which is why I didn't give it to you.
okay.
If it's working, cool.
I don't know what I'm doing. I probably still air bounce. It doesn't matter. But I'm throwing a lot farther.
At the end of the day, as long as you're having fun,
Yeah.
that's what it comes down to, man.
Yeah. I also threw the another round pipeline on the roof of the middle school where I throw my field work. So I had to climb up a probably 15-foot tall fence and then jump up onto the roof and then grab it. So that was fun.
The field that I do all my field work in is by church, and I one time shanked a sphinx into their little like playground area where all the kids are usually outside, and that was awkward. I had to go get that thing back.
Yeah.
My bad, bro. Just trying to smash some 12-year-olds.
So they're the church that has the disc golf course that me and Mac play all the time. My buddy is not good at disc golf. He just started last year.
I know, we talk every week.
So So I told him that you should probably start with standstills because your footwork is just you're not good at it. So he tried to throw it as hard as he could, and I shit you not, yanked it 90 degrees behind him directly at the church. And it was during church. So there's people everywhere. And he had to walk up to a giant window pane with people on the inside sitting.
Just looking at him.
Yeah, and he had to walk up and grab it 3 feet from the window. And he just kind of awkwardly hey.
Hey.
And then he threw another shank and it was awesome. So yeah.
Man, why did somebody on my Steam friends list just launch Star Wars Battlefront 2?
Did they already invite people to Imposter?
No, did you sign up for it?
I didn't know you could sign up for it.
I don't think I did. Or I don't think they did. They said they were planning on doing stuff with it, but I haven't heard more information, so.
Okay. I'd like to, but
I didn't sign up for it.
I don't think I could not say swear words enough to do that.
While you're actively playing?
Yeah.
I did not even watch the rest of Imposters because Brody irritated me so much.
I never even started that. I forgot it was a thing. Should I watch it? Chad, is it good?
People loved it. People loved it like crazy. But
yeah.
I mean,
me and Jay Millie had a big conversation on what they should fix or what they should do differently because there was some stuff that kind of sat stale. But overall, it was pretty good.
Heck yeah, brother.
Yeah. Hey, Tyler, what's up?
What's going on?
I don't know.
Tyler, would you ever consider learning to throw with your left hand if your wrist doesn't feel better?
Oh, it'll get right. It'll be good. But no, I'm not gonna do that.
Dude, listen. Older guy I know hurt his right hand, learned to throw left-handed. His right hand throws are wobbly as crap sometimes, just not good. Left hand, flawlessly smooth and farther than his right hand. And he still throws right-handed most of the time.
He had that dog in him the whole time.
My screen just froze, dude. Why is we having a catastrophic night?
I don't know why we is having a crisis.
I've never had this happen before. All right, now we're good. We're good. What the heck? happened?
Technically, I have the best internet that I've ever had. Right now.
It's all going to Corey.
Are we still live?
We are. We can not be if you want, though.
Oh, you said you were taking us off. I wasn't sure what was going on.
Oh no, I was just gonna say something that I would
Thank
not
you.
say live on YouTube.
Thank you, Mike. I cleaned my room. Yes,
No, he didn't. Turn
Yeah,
the camera.
I did clean everything that you've seen normally. I did clean. This you guys never see,
That is true.
and that's staying like that right now.
Yeah.
Because there's no place to do anything with.
Like home.
Yeah.
All right, do a kickflip.
No, I got bare
Let's
feet
see
right now.
Dang it.
Just shred my pinky.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Worth it. Worth it for the gram.
Oh boy. Worth it for the gram. No, it's not worth it.
All right, can we take us offline so I can hear this conversation?
Oh, it's not worth it at all. But yeah, we're out of here. Bye, everybody.